Ah, the good old 90s, a decade many consider to be one of the golden eras of baseball. From legendary home runs to jaw-dropping catches and unforgettable World Series moments, it was a time that captured our hearts and cemented legacies. But the big question is, where are these baseball stars now? Well, stick around as we catch up with the heroes who made the 90s one of the best times to be a baseball fan. Juan Gonzalez, a name synonymous with the Texas Rangers, where he played most of his remarkable 16-season MLB career. Since hanging up his cleats, he's returned to Puerto Rico and taken on the mantle of mentor, shaping the island's future baseball stars through various coaching gigs. Nowadays, Juan's living the dream. He's gone from player to owner, running the show for his hometown team in Vega Baja in Puerto Rico's Confederative Baseball League. But don't think he's just sitting in the owner's box. He still takes his hacks as a designated hitter. Off the field, Gonzalez is quite a philanthropist, helping his community without seeking media praise. His philosophy? Real giving doesn't need a press release. Truly, a man who let his actions speak louder than words. Mike Piazza, arguably the greatest hitting catcher to ever grace the diamond, Piazza was a shining beacon of offense throughout the 90s and beyond. He was no slouch in the MVP races either, having 4th place in 95 and just missing the top spot in 97. Stats-wise, the guy was a machine. He was frequently in the top 10 for all kinds of categories: batting average, OBP, slugging, you name it. And let's not forget, this guy crushed 427 homers with a record-breaking 396 of them while behind the plate. His MLB journey was mainly with the Mets and Dodgers, but he also had brief stints with the Marlins, Padres, and A's. Since his retirement in 2009, Piazza's been keeping busy. He co-owns a soccer team in Italy, AC Reggiana 1919, and is involved in building a soccer stadium in Miami. On the philanthropy side, he's been a big supporter of the 9/11 Memorial and Museum and Miami Children's Hospital. The man wears many hats, including that of broadcaster. He's an analyst for MLB Network and occasionally a color commentator for Mets games. Oh, and did I mention he's a Hall of Famer as of 2016? Truly a man of many talents, both on and off the field. Gary Sheffield, born and raised in Tampa, Florida, was one of baseball's most consistent hitters throughout the 90s and beyond. Remember 92? The guy almost snagged the Triple Crown and had to settle for 3rd in the MVP race and a batting title with a scorching .330 average. Come 1996, he was leading the league in OPS and OBP. Across his career, he was a statistical beast, regularly cracking the top 10 in multiple offensive categories. Now, Sheffield was a jack of all trades on the field, mainly a right fielder, but also spending time at left, third base, and even shortstop. He sported the uniforms of 8 different MLB teams, including the Brewers, Padres, Marlins, Dodgers, Braves, Yankees, Tigers, and Mets. So, yeah, the man got around. Post-retirement, he's been far from idle. Sheffield dove into the business world, juggling roles as a sports agent and a real estate developer. But it's not all about the Benjamins for him. He's actively involved in philanthropy too, throwing support behind the Boys and Girls Club of America and the Jackie Robinson Foundation. If that's not enough, you can catch his insights as a studio analyst on TBS and MLB Network. Ken Griffey Jr. This guy wasn't just a baseball player, he was the face of baseball. And he was the second person ever, after Reggie Jackson, to knock 5 homers in a postseason series, 7 seasons with over 40 homers. The man even fought through a gnarly wrist injury in 95 and came back swinging, literally. And the accolades? Man, where do I even start? 13 All-Star Game nods, 7 Silver Slugger awards, and let's not forget those 10 Golden Gloves. When it came to Hall of Fame voting in 2016, the guy nearly broke the ballot with a 99.3% approval rating. But Griffey's not just lounging around in retirement. He hopped on board with the Mariners as a special assistant, got himself inducted into their Hall of Fame, and in 2021 became MLB's senior advisor on baseball operations, diversity, and youth development. Oh, and just to add another feather to that already impressive cap, he joined the Mariners ownership group later that year, making him the first former player to get a stake in the team. Frank Thomas. Frank was a pitcher's worst nightmare. Back-to-back MVPs in 93 and 94, and don't forget about those top 3 finishes in 91 and 97. He hit the top 10 in batting average, on base, slugging, and OPS 7 times. Plus, Thomas is the only player ever to string together 7 seasons with a 300 average, 100 walks, 100 runs, 100 RBIs, and 20 homers. Even Ted Williams couldn't match that. And we're talking about Ted freaking Williams! The White Sox couldn't wait to retire his number 35 and even set up a life-size bronze statue in his honor. Then, in 2014, he broke another barrier by being the first DH-focused player to get into the Hall of Fame. Today, the Big Hurt's still a big deal. He's breaking down games as a studio analyst for NBC Sports Chicago and running his own record labels, W2W Records and Liger Enterprises. Oh, and in 2021, he bought a majority stake in the Go the Distance Baseball LLC, the folks behind Field of Dreams in Iowa. Rafael Palmeiro. Palmeiro had a storied MLB career, joining the exclusive 500 home run and 3,000 hit club. Despite 4 All-Star nominations, 2 Silver Slugger Awards, and 3 Gold Glove Awards, his career took a hit in 2005 when he was implicated in steroid use, leading to his retirement. This controversy has likely kept him out of the Baseball Hall of Fame. In an unusual move, Palmeiro came out of retirement twice to play in independent leagues, first with the Sugar Land Skeeters in 2015, and then with the Cleburne Railroaders in 2018, both times alongside his son. While batting impressively, these stints did not change his Hall of Fame status. However, Palmeiro has received other honors, including inductions into the Mississippi State University Sports Hall of Fame and the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame, as well as a statue at the Mississippi State baseball field in 2019. Jeff Bagwell. Bagwell is a former MLB first baseman who had an illustrious career primarily with the Houston Astros. Known for his unique batting style, Bagwell was a force at both the plate and on the field. He led first baseman in assists from 1994 to 1997 and won the MVP in 1994, besides finishing as a runner-up and in third place in 1997 and 1999 respectively. His stats frequently landed him in the league's top 10 in various categories, including batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging percentage. He was honored with the retirement of his number 5 jersey by the Astros in 2007, and he has been praised by peers like Brad Ausmus and Craig Biggio for his team-first mentality. After retiring from Major League Baseball, Jeff Bagwell continued to be involved with the Houston Astros in various capacities. In 2010, he took on the role of hitting coach for the Astros, stepping in to try to improve the team's lagging offensive performance. At the time of his hiring, the Astros had the second worst batting average and the worst on-base percentage in the majors. Despite his best efforts, the team's stats showed only marginal improvement by the end of the season. Acknowledging the limited impact of his coaching stint, Bagwell decided not to return in the role for the following season. After a hiatus of about 5 years with no formal role in the Astros organization, Bagwell reconnected with the team in 2015. He was invited by then-manager A.J. Hinch to serve as a guest instructor during the team's spring training. This role allowed him to mentor younger players, impart his baseball wisdom, and remain connected with the team in a less demanding capacity compared to being a full-time coach. In recent years, Bagwell has found a more permanent post-retirement role with the Astros and serves as a special advisor to team owner Jim Crane. Barry Bonds. Though his career is often shrouded in controversy due to his involvement in the steroid era, Barry's numbers and accomplishments speak for themselves. 7 MVP awards, 12 Silver Slugger awards, 8 Gold Gloves, and 14 All-Star selections. Bonds' inability to land a team for the 2008 and 2009 seasons always seemed somewhat puzzling, given that he was still a highly productive player. But the legal cases and controversies surrounding him no doubt played a role. In 2007, Bonds was indicted for perjury and obstruction to justice over his 2003 grand jury testimony about PED use. In 2011, he was convicted on 1 count of obstruction, but an appeal led to the overturning of his conviction in 2015. Despite the legal win, the scandal tainted his legacy and contributed to debate over his Hall of Fame eligibility. Additionally, an unsuccessful 2015 grievance against MLB for alleged collusion effectively ended his chances of returning to professional baseball. Bonds did get a shot at coaching, albeit briefly, with the Miami Marlins in 2016. As of now, he's returned to the Giants fold as an advisor, a fitting homecoming for a player who is arguably the franchise's greatest hitter. That's all for today. See ya.